Mhm. I didn't think about this before, but Hey guys, how's it going? It's Thomas here, Life of Tech. We are going to do an unboxing of. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Thomas here, Life of Tech. Sorry, this was planned for earlier, and we finally got our Apple Vision Pro today. So I wanted to dive into this a bit. We were scheduled to get this earlier today, but didn't happen, and they were telling us it was going to be delayed. But we managed to get our hands on it after talking to UPS and that. Sorry, I'm making some changes here. Trying to see. So like always, we do a live video here, and we will go back and make an edited version of all of this that's shorter and cleaner. So this is our unedited behind the scenes version. So Apple's Vision Pro was released today, hit the stores. Been a big buzz about it. It's something I've been waiting for quite some time, and I'm happy. If you haven't checked out our other videos about this, feel free to hit them up. But we're going to dive into the unboxing, probably run through some setup, and just basically hang out. Hit me up some questions down below. If you have anything you want to see or run through, we will do that together. But again, this is more the behind the scenes, more of a hangout. Let's hang out and look at this together. Yep. So let's jump over to the overhead. Okay, we got our overhead going here. Why is that like that? Sorry, I wasn't expecting this. We're going to be jumping around some scenes a bit today. I had this set up and I put it away because I thought the Apple Vision was coming tomorrow. It did get pushed back last minute. But let's go ahead and that's the camera. Okay. So here's our Apple Vision. Okay, that's not working so well. Give me a second here. We're gonna go backup plan with a different camera here. That camera's not being too reliable. Give me 1 second to get this other camera set up. I have 2 overhead cameras just in case one of them's a little better than the other. Okay, so let's change this camera to this other one. Sorry about this jumping around, but it is what it is. We do not have one of those permanent studios like some. Ours end up switching around, being used. So let's go ahead and see if we could back this out a little bit. Okay, so I guess we will go with this one. Let's see, should we bring up the brightness a little bit? All right, we'll go with something like that for now. Okay, so we got our Apple Vision Pro here. Let me double check one more thing, sorry. Autofocus isn't so solid on flat objects. All right, so we got our Apple Vision Pro here. We're gonna do our quick unboxing like we were saying. And then we're just gonna hang out and run through, see what it looks like, run through some settings, and see how things go. Feel free to stick around, ask some questions down below, or check out the edited version later. Again, we will edit these out, make it shorter. We also will turn it into little shorts and go from there. So here's our box. Let's go ahead and look at all the sides before we crack it open. Apple Vision Pro. I only got the 256 version of this. I figured with streaming, you didn't need that much. And one of the things I do want to try too is testing the battery pack. It has a place for charging, and I'm wondering if that's pass-through for data also. The hope is we could plug a hard drive into there and store stuff from there. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into this. We got pull tabs on the side. One tab, throw that aside. We got a tab on the other side. All right, and let's see, you know what? Let's get rid of that little sorry, I'm just staring at the screen over here. Sorry, where did I go? I think this got messed up. Yeah, sorry about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys, sorry all about this. Again, I was set up to do this earlier and stuff got shifted around. All right, so without further ado, we got our setup here, and we are going to unbox this. Whoosh. Cover on the side. The box almost smells like glue a bit. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Looks pretty neat. All right, let's pull it out. Let's put our hands on it. You do feel a little weight there, and even in your hand, it feels, you know, of course, it's going to be front heavy. That's the fear with everyone. Before we dive too far into this, let's see what's in the box. So we're going to set this aside for a minute. It's a thick cardboard resting thing. Actually, you know what? Let's see. That could be used as just a resting thing for your desk. Yeah, who needs a stand? You can use some cardboard. Okay, Vision Pro. Break this stuff open. So this looks like a, excuse me. This looks like a little what's in the box. Apple Vision Pro Tour. Getting started. Attach power cable. Attaching the lenses from Zeiss. Positioning the headset and lining it up. Quick start with your phone. That's good to know. Have your phone handy. It fits. Have your phone handy. So let's grab my phone. Set it aside. How everything attaches. Cool. Let's put that back in the case. I like keeping all the original packaging. Let's see. This says dual loop band. So let's see. How does that open? Again, I don't want to rip anything. Oh, so you just pull that all the way forward, open it up. And there's our dual band. And we'll take this out too. It's like both sides, there's little tabs to pull. And then we'll stick that back in there. We'll set that aside. Again, putting everything back to how I think it came. There you go. Okay, we got the battery. Well, let's go ahead and take the wrapping off of that without ripping everything. So we got our pull tab over here. It does the one side, other side, and then it comes out. Okay, cool. Put that in there. So this is a braided cable. I don't want to call it a USB-C, but so it looks like it twists and comes off that little circle. Definitely aluminum. It is a little heavier than I would have thought, or as little battery as it is. Yeah, let's take a look there. So there is the charging port, USB-C, and you see this little pinhole. I'm not sure if you could see that too well. There's a little pinhole there, and there's reports that that pinhole unlocks the cable. And this looks like, it almost looks like a lightning adapter, but with more pins. So it's not lightning, but maybe like, you know, the next version of lightning. I don't know, but the fact that there's more pins on there makes me hopeful that maybe there's a a pass-through for data in there. So let's set that aside. We got a USB-C to C charging cable. I will leave that in the box. A ton of those. And there is, from what I heard was, no, let's open it up. I wasn't going to. So many of these, but I'm interested to see. This one is almost like you have to rip it. There you go. I got it. Okay. So yeah. So like people were saying, it's a 30-watt brick. So I'm curious to see if the headset, if the battery could charge faster than 30 watts. Sometimes they put lower powered brick power charges in there, even though the devices could charge faster. So we're gonna go ahead and test this in a little while too. Put it on a charger with a meter and see if it charges any faster than 30 watts, or if that's where it maxes out. So I'm gonna put this kind of back together, keep everything all nice. I usually try to keep things nicely, but you know, this being a first gen of something, you know, could be worth money at you know, 10 years from now or whatnot. So I think it's worth trying to keep everything as pristine as possible. Designed by Apple in California. Let's see what's in here. So I heard we were out of luck with stickers on this product. So this is the cloth that does feel really thin. Again, I'm going to leave that in there. I have tons of cloths. I don't think I need to use that. Again, if we could keep it pristine, then that'd be nice. The cloth is definitely not thick like the ones that were coming with the monitors. It does feel like a thinner microfiber. Okay, put that aside. All right, here's our light seal cushion. So when you scan the head, I think on my instructions for delivery, it was saying that it was a medium for me, which I'm surprised. I thought it'd be bigger. Okay, so this loops out of there, loops out of there. Okay, so in here, I don't know if this is an indication for anything or size. It does say W+. So I'm guessing that is the sizing chart. I haven't seen anything about sizing charts or how many different sizes these things come in, but I'm sure we'll be hearing more about that. All right, this is me putting everything, you know, back away a little neatly. All right, I think it went something like that. Yeah, I mean, the box is pretty big. The product's pretty big. Let's go ahead and set some of this aside and take a look at this bad boy. Yeah, that's pretty nice. So to my understanding too, there's, okay, we'll break into this. There's a lot of stuff to share. And we will probably be making videos and talking about this for a little while now. Okay, so that comes right out. We'll put that aside as well. So this cushion that comes on there is made if you have the lenses on there, right? So if you need lenses, you need the extra room. I use glasses for computer, but there's not really much with my eyes. So I didn't need to get another one. So again, so one's supposed to be thicker than the other. I'm not sure how to tell. Okay, so one says wide plus and one says W. So W, so I guess wide plus or W plus is the one you use if you have your lenses in there. It's just slightly thicker. Very well, maybe like 1.5 times bigger than the other one. So I'm going to put the W plus in the box for now, and I'm going to put the regular W on here. Interesting. It says 25W over here. 25 watts, I'm assuming. I don't know, but that's interesting. So I'm told this is just magnetic. Yeah, that snaps right in. The first one was a little tougher to pull off. Maybe it was where I was pulling it. So I think if you pull it by the nose here, it's easier. I was trying to grab it by the top, and the magnetic and the curve locks it in there a little more. So a quick look here. Okay, let's take the cover off. I've been a little reluctant to pull it off. Here you go. So that's all there is. Yeah, before we look at that, let's pull these tabs, right? These are kind of like, I don't want to say they're magnetic. There's a little pull to them. You pull them and there's a little metal latch in there, and the latch goes in the grooves. So it's not magnetic, even though it kind of feels magnetic. Okay, so this is Apple Vision. It does feel like there's some weight to it, as we all have heard. Looks nice. I'm really excited about these. The one thing Apple's, I think Apple's direction, some people might not agree with me, but the direction of putting good hardware in there, kind of like let's throw everything in the kitchen sink at it and show what's possible. Then my thought is they'll probably start scaling back after the fact. It's let's put everything in there. Let's see what developers do. Let's put this back on. Okay, that's how it looks. With it on. Yeah, let's see what developers do with stuff, right? What apps they make, what people actually start using it for. Then, this is going to be something that's going for another 5 or 10 years, right? This is not the commercial version of this, right? Apple's been working on this for 10 years, and they're putting like $2 billion a year into the R&D and building this. I mean, at some point, you need to bring other people in, right? And that's where we come in. I mean, you could call us beta testers, you could, whatever it may be. But the idea here is like, this isn't the end result, guys. This isn't the commercial product, right? So I believe the end result is going to be something more like Google Glass, a really thin piece of eyewear you put on your eyes from there. But how do we get there? They spent 10 years trying to get there, and this is where they got. So I think they need the developers to come in. They need people to see how people use it. So the technology is not there yet. They want to pull more people into innovating this and thinking outside the box on how to get to where they want to go to. So it might be another 10 years before we see something that is what we want. That mainstream Google Glass type of product, not ski goggles, right? But we need to innovate. We need to start somewhere, right? And I think getting these into people's hands so people could start thinking of ways of how to use them, how to make it better. The technology, we have the eye tracking in here now. That's a big step in what I think a good direction. Finger taps. This is going to be a test bed for a lot of different technologies. They got a lot of things in here. I think it's more about what's going to work and lead us into the right direction, not that we're there now. I do not feel like this is there now. I haven't put them on. I haven't tested them. I haven't gone to demos. This is my first experience with you guys. But it's a step in that direction, and that's what they're trying to get to. Okay, so I'm going to put this this piece back on. So this goes on the inside. That goes in the inside. We'll go ahead and move to another camera. Maybe at the desk or on the chair while we could go through some of the settings together. But before we go into that, I want to take a look at the battery, right? So this is that battery. I don't even know how much of a charge it's coming with. So I am going to plug in this handy dandy Power Z thing. Will it fit in there? Just barely. Okay. So this is going to tell me how much volts, how many watts that it's pushing through. So I'm not sure how much of a charge in it. You know, the lower the charge, the more power you'll get out of it charging. You know, if it's almost full, it's going to tickle charge. But right now, it's looking like we're getting about 19 volts and about 27 watts right now. But we'll keep that in mind, 19 volts and 27 watts. So it's still under 30, even with, I have it plugged into an Anker 100-watt Anker charger to see if we could get more out of it. So from this standpoint, it looks like we're staying under the 30, which is the brick they gave us, which is interesting. I would have liked it to be a little faster of a charge, but you know, some people are like, why do you need this heavy duty brick? Here's the thing, you know, we've had all these talks and all these, we've seen bend gates for iPhones, we've seen screen cracking. This is something Apple's intending for you to put in your back pocket, right? A battery. You know, we've seen batteries explode in Samsung phones in people's faces. I think that they don't want to take a chance. So they are, I'm sure there's some electronics in there, but I think it's more about making this, you know, I don't want to say indestructible, but it should be able to bang around a decent amount. The other thing I'll point out too, I know people have seen it, but maybe they didn't catch it. I initially thought when I first saw this that this was a magnetic connector. It's not a magnetic connector. It's something that goes in and spin locks in there. So my fear would be is if this was plugged in, I'm not going to plug it in because I don't want to turn it on by accident right yet. And you turn it on, and this brick is pretty heavy. If you knock this off your desk, this whole thing's going flying. If it was a magnetic one, it would have been nice because it would just pop off, right? Like we do on the laptops. The other thing to note that there is no batteries inside this headset, right? That's why there's no hot swapping or anything. Once the cable is disconnected, well, I'm told it just turns off. It kills power. It'd be nice if it actually powered down, but I don't think there's any power in this headset to do that. Yeah. So again, we will put this. So yeah, so this other strap is labeled with an M. So I guess this is the one that's labeled as medium. But there's a decent amount of Velcro there. So, I mean, maybe someone don't need a large. For reference, I'm 5'11", and it, you know, scanned me as a medium. But let's get to a better full frame camera, and then my thought is we will AirPlay this once we get to that point into the stream, so you could see what's going on as well, and we could do it together. I don't know how far into it's going to take to get to that AirPlay option, but we will take a look together. This is a nice cover. I mean, I don't know why people are saying they need to buy a protective cover. I guess if they want to put a clear thing on and keep it on all the time, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's good just having this cover on it. Some people are foregoing the Apple Care. Hey guys, this is a first gen product. Get the Apple Care. Do yourself a favor. It's going to be expensive to repair. And there's going to be many versions of this, right? The other reason why it might not be good to buy these, they're expensive, $3,500, right? But there might be a new version next year. I think Apple is going to keep pushing these, keep innovating on these, keep trying things is the key. So if you're planning on holding on to these for a while, that Apple Care does play a factor. I normally buy my Apple products through Best Buy now in order to get the Apple Care through the Best Buy Total Tech, I think it's called, which I've been really liking. It's like $200 a year, and it gives you Apple Care on all your products. However, Best Buy doesn't sell this, so it's something you have to get separately. Maybe one day they will. But even the Apple Care on this is not too cheap. It's kind of expensive, but it's a $3,500 product. My Mac Studio Ultra, is $5,000. So, I mean, it's getting there. This is the price of, a decent laptop. Okay, so let's pop over to another machine. Give me about 5 minutes. I'm going to put a hold screen on for a second while I move everything over. Yeah, guys, don't mind that 20-minute counter. It's only going to be a minute or two. That's just default what I have set up in there. Sorry again, guys, I'm swapping around. All right, so we will take a look in this view here. Okay, what is this? Okay, we'll do it this way. Sorry guys, again, changing all this stuff on the fly just because I wanted to get this video going today. Okay, so we're going to use these two. Okay, so yeah, let's get going with this. I'm interested. So what we're gonna do here is the camera's on me here. I'm gonna set everything up, put it on, and I will talk you through the process while I'm running through it. And once I could AirPlay it, those little trees on the bottom left in that circle will be the AirPlay. So once we're good to go, and I get to an AirPlay option, I will be able to kick it to that, and then we'll flip it around. We'll go full screen with the AirPlay, and then me in the corner down there, so you guys could see what's going on. Again, if you have any questions, hit them down below. With that being said, let's take a look at this. So, put the headset here again. I am going to plug this into the side. I'll try to do this so you guys can see. So again, there is a little dot on the wire piece, and there's a dot on the headset itself. So I'm assuming you line them up. So there's actually two dots. Sorry, the lighting got me. There's one solid dot and one dot with a circle. I don't think it's really gonna zoom in on that. So you're lining up your white dot on here to the. Oh, man. Well, that being said, that didn't work. Okay, so again, I'm learning this with you guys. So the wire is going to be facing totally up, and the dots are going to go to the bottom, and you have to kind of push it in. Like there's a little spring resistance to it being in. That's what I was missing trying to do it the first time. It also seems like that white dot that was on the end is actually a light, and it's lighting up. If you guys could see that, I'm not sure. All right, let's see. Let's put this on. So the right side, we have the dial. We use the dial to tighten this. So it feels like there's a string where the orange string is. I think by turning this, it's tightening the orange string to your head. No, I guess I need to loosen it a lot more because it's not fitting on my head at all. Okay, so I'm actually loosening it all the way, and then I'll dial it in from there. And this should probably put the wire on the other side of me. I just put it on, and I'm starting to hear stuff. Okay, I'm not used to all this stuff. I'm gonna tighten this. So it's giving me, and I'm gonna try to walk. Click the digital crown for voiceover. So it's telling me to double click the crown for a voiceover. It's showing me kind of the eyes in the middle. So it's telling me to press and hold to align. So they have these little green circles that move that's supposed to represent your eyes. Oh, there you go. Now I can see the screen. So up until this point, the pass-through wasn't there. So now I could see the pass-through. Everything looks a little blurry to me at the moment. I see hello on the screen, and it says press. I'm almost seeing like a double on the text, like they're not aligned. It says press digital crown to begin. Bring phone close. I think that alignment did not work for me, but I'm going to keep going with this double click crown. Unlock to continue. I guess I have to put in my code. I got a notification on here. The notification went away. Okay, well, I have my phone set up for something for the stream, which I probably shouldn't have done. So let me try to, well, it's not connected right now, so it shouldn't matter. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, so there it goes. So I press the button again, and now I'm seeing a setup Apple Vision Pro logo, I guess. I'm going to click continue. Waiting for Apple. Again, I see text on the screen. Look here at the Apple Vision Pro. So they're putting something on the screen, and I have to look at the phone, and it's doing this little spinning circle thing.
Your eyes and hands are
okay.
Apple Vision Pro. You browse the system by looking, and it responds to your eyes. Simply look at an element and tap your fingers together to select it. It's like
they're running through the orientation,
pinch your fingers together,
how to pinch, swipe, and look at things to view things.
You can keep your hands where they're comfortable, such as resting on your lap. Next, you'll set up Apple Vision Pro for your eyes and hands.
Okay, so they're saying we're going to set up the Apple Vision Pro for eyes and hands. Press the crown to set up your eyes and hands. Pressed it once. Okay, now it's telling me to put my hands out in front of me. We've seen people do this. It said look at your hands, so it's not just putting them in front of you. Flip my hands. Complete. Adjusting lighting. It just dimmed everything in the headset. Look at the dot and tap your fingers together to select it. That was very easy. Now dots are moving around. It's making those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now select all the dots in the circle, all the dots in a circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was very easy. Now they're doing a different color background. Select more dots to refine your eye setup. Okay, ran through that. This eye thing is really easy. One more time with a brighter lighting. Completing eye setup. Persona. Yeah, I guess let's set up. Let's get started.
To set up your persona, you'll remove Apple Vision Pro to capture your appearance. Take your time getting ready and make sure nothing's covering your face.
So they're going through a video on how to use it. Take off the headset, hold it in front of you.
Then follow the instructions. Turn your head to the right, to the left, and tilt up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's ways of skipping these demo videos. We've seen them tons of times already.
Smile showing your teeth. Raise your eyebrows and close your eyes. When you're done, put Apple Vision Pro back on to see your persona.
Okay, begin capture. Remove Apple Vision Pro.
Keep your arms and shoulders relaxed. Align your entire face within the frame. Adjust your head by tilting it slightly down. Align your entire face within the frame. Adjust your head by tilting it slightly down. Slowly turn your head to the right. Now, slowly turn your head to the left. Now, tilt your head up. Then tilt your head down. Next, let's capture your facial expressions. Smile with your mouth closed. Move Vision Pro up a little. Adjust your head by tilting it slightly down. Then make a big smile with your teeth showing. Now raise your eyebrows. Adjust your head by tilting it slightly down. Close your eyes for a moment. Capture complete. Put Vision Pro back on to continue.
All right, that was pretty straightforward. The indications on the front of the screen on where to move your head up and down, they show a picture of your face in the middle, so you know where you're doing. A couple of times I had to put my head back down. All right, I'm going to keep going here. I do see some light coming in at this very bottom part, this little flap here. I don't know if that's a thing or whatnot. I do feel like when they're showing white text across the screen that I'm seeing double. So I feel like I might have messed up the first setup where it says align your eyes and hold the button. I might have to revisit that later. Okay, choosing light settings for my persona. Oh, my persona looks pretty good. I look a little older than I think so. Okay, I went to put my hand up there like I'm gonna move the buttons around. So moving eyes. I don't know, keep it on natural. I think temperature is good. No eyewear. Save. It wants to set up optic ID. Yes, let's set that up. I have to, okay, optic ID not set. Try again or set up later. Interesting. I'm not sure why that is. I'll go try again. Optic not set up. Try or set up again later. Interesting. I will set up later in settings, I guess. Since I'm you can really use your eyes and click fast with your fingers. It's not even like you have to move your fingers that much. Data and privacy. Taking a few minutes to activate your Apple Vision Pro. So it didn't like setting up my eyes, so I had to skip that and make a passcode. Now it's giving me safety warnings. Stay aware of your surroundings. And it's probably not good that I'm staring straight at a monitor right now for the setup. But that's where the camera is right now. Terms and conditions, agree. Setting up Apple ID. How do you want to transfer apps and data to this Apple Vision? Restore from iCloud backup? I mean, we don't have one, right? So apps and data not restoring. Yeah, I wish I could. Okay. I'm pulling my hand up so you guys could see it, not that I need to go that way. So I'm actually scrolling. And that is really slick. Wow. I'm impressed on how smooth that is. Just a little pinch and a little thing. I could make it. Yeah, it's impressive. Okay, so keep Alpha Vision Pro up to date. Yeah, okay. Apple Pay, I will set that up later. Share Siri dictation, not now. iCloud Analytics, I'm going to say no right now. I don't like turning things on out the gate. Appearance, choose how you like Apple Vision Pro content. You can change this. It defaults to large. I will leave that as the appearance. Pinch the window bar. Oh, I'm picking my hand up like I have to pick it up. I have to realize I don't have to do that. Just by looking at it, I could grab it and move it around. Okay, so now it's doing some basic settings. Look at the corner, pinch. I'm going through those settings on how to manipulate a window, grabbing a corner. Once I get all this set up, I'm sure I could do it in guest mode and run through this all again with everybody. Hold down the crown to recenter window. Okay, that recentered higher than I thought it would be. So let's pull it back down. Look up at the top left of your view, the top down. Oh, that's the settings. Look at the dot and tap it to close the window. Okay, so I got the welcome screen again. Press digital crown. So again, this welcome text, I understand it's looking like a 3D thing, but it's almost not lining up right with my eyes, and that could just be my eyes. But, you know, first experience. I am staring at a screen. I don't know if okay, let's press crown to open home. Cool. I'm going to go to settings. I want to see if there's another way of eyes and hands. Oh, I guess so. Let me see. Since I'm in here, let's find out how I could. Let's see. Display. I am trying to find where to. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Let's look in general. AirDrop, handoff. It says handoff is on. I think there was a software update, but we'll look at that later. Storage. I'm trying to find this remote devices. Hmm. Control center. AirDrop. Yeah, I would think it would be in display, but That's strange, guys. Maybe I should have watched some more videos because I don't see where to do the AirPlay. I'm on the same Wi-Fi. Apps, people, environments. Notification sound, focus, screen time, FaceTime, persona. Let's try to. AirPlay? This is a good question. Is it only, you can only do it in guest mode, maybe? Maybe that's what it is? Only guest mode does it? Keep adjusting this, not because it feels heavy, but to try to see about that that doubling. Actually, I had a little light gap in the magnetic rubber piece that just clicked in. Let's see if that helps anything. Still looking in here, guys. Sorry. Okay, I'll just go through the menus, let you know what I'm. So it really feels like the iOS settings menu. We got AirPlay mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, general. I'm gonna go into general. We got it about. It looks like it's 1.0 in here. Let's look for the software update. Let's see. Yeah, so 1.0.2 is what's out right now. Not going to do the update right now. There's AirDrop, contacts only. We got handoff, Apple Vision Pro storage. That's a good note. So it comes with, so the OS looks like it's 19 gigabytes. So 19 gigabytes is being used out the gate. So it looks like it comes with 1.3 gigabytes in environments. Looks like it started doing photos already. Background app refresh, date and type, keyboard, fonts, dictionary, VPN and device management. Let's look at device management. Yeah, it's only VPNs in there. Remote devices. Prepare. No. That's if you want to transfer. Oh, you know what? I think I clicked on the wrong thing. Remote devices. Yeah, ready to pair. It's now discoverable to pair with your Mac. So I'll leave that right now. Apps, all the apps, people, accounts. Has all my Apple ID stuff in there. That's good. Media and purchases. I still need to set that up. Am I sharing? Okay. Environments, appearance, light, notifications, sound. Leave all that alone for now. Screen time. FaceTime. Okay, I like turning all these other things off. I could be reached at all those, that's fine. I want my caller ID to show as that. Okay, so there's share play here. Let's see. Okay, share play's on. Block holes, persona. Minor feedback, eyes and hands. Comfort tips, inserts. Look to dictate, realign displays. Okay, this is probably what I wanted before that was making things. So let's try this realign. Realign displays, continue. Everything went black. Press and hold to align. Oh, okay, so you have to use both buttons. So I guess I missed that. So there's a button on both sides, right? And they're showing the circles for the eyes. It goes out with one button and it goes in for the other button. So you have to do that until everything feels like it's in sync. Okay, that looked a lot better. Okay, I feel better about that now. I will also say that I'm noticing like my ATEM mini that I have for switching, the lights are flickering on that. I guess it's because of the refresh rate. Okay, so back to this. People awareness. I'll have to make a video once I get this. I'm really looking for this setting. Show people through environments. Will only be visible through environments, okay. Look to reveal. Okay, let's look at accessibility. Voiceover, Zoom, motion, spoken, audio, eye inputs, switch control, digital crown, AirPods. So audio and visual, let's see what that says. Background, mono. Per app setting, guided access. Okay, go on control center. Indicator position, look to reveal and control and change default. Included controls, guided access here, sound recognition, text, okay. Siri and search. Listen for Siri, voices, response, my information, history, before searching, content, suggestions from Apple, privacy and security. Go through that more later. Displays. So displays, you have text size, bold text, brightness, and display large. Just out of curiosity. I'm trying to see how bright this really goes. Defaults to the lowest brightness. Okay, I mean the text size looks good for me for default. Battery percentage, storage, we looked at that earlier. Optic ID and passcode. Okay, so I'm going to try setting up the optic ID again. Maybe it's that little bit of light that was coming in that was messing it up. That's strange. So that's 2 more times. It didn't work. I'm gonna push it on my head a little tighter, maybe. Okay, that did it. So I think this has to be a lot tighter on my head than what normally felt comfortable. So by pushing it on my head a little more, it made more of a difference. Oh, I keep going to my trackpad. Okay, so everything's turned on. Nearby. Data. Okay, cool. So passcodes, game center, get started. Done. I don't want to invite friends. TV provider. Wallet and apps. Enable notifications. Okay, so how do we go back to home? Is it the button? Okay, so the button up top brings you back to home. Okay, but the stuff in the background. How do I close that? Okay. You know what I'm going to do here, guys? I think we're going to take a break for a few minutes. I am going to do that update because I do not see that setting anywhere. I keep moving my head sometimes thinking that it's other VR headsets. The one thing I would say is I'm doing this experience in front of a screen and other stuff that's going on, and I still want to see what's going on, so I'm not blocking it out. And that, semi-reflection, not reflection, but that the opacity is making it a little harder to do stuff because of all the light behind it. So it's probably better to have the monitor off or not all these lights that I have in front of me shining at me. So it's a little more than halfway done. It's like two-thirds. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in there. Again, we're just hanging out. You have some questions about stuff, let me know. The hope here is that there'll be some kind of AirPlay option or something once we update. If not, then maybe AirPlay is only available in guest mode. Again, I haven't watched any videos today. So, first thought, it's the eye tracking is pretty nice. The tapping the fingers was very smooth 95% of the time. I felt when I scrolled, and I have to scroll for a long period. I guess down is not fun, but I find like when I don't know, now it's working fine. I think it's just a little to get used to. I'm a trackpad person, so I'm always using a trackpad. And it kind of feels like that, like when you scroll on the trackpad, the faster you scroll, the faster it spins, or the force has something to do with it. So if you're doing it slow, it does it really slow. But it's also like, I don't know, like, is there something to do with maybe your hand not being turned? Like, I don't know. Maybe there's something to be said about how your hand should be when you're doing this. Um, it works, but sometimes I feel like it doesn't pick up where you're letting go of your fingers, because you have to pinch and swipe. Um, yeah, it's interesting. Well, I guess I changed my settings here, not knowing, not knowing that. Okay, update. So the update's gonna start now, install now. Okay, so it tells you to remove it, and it's going to restart on its own when it's done. So we'll see how long that takes. Uh, while that's updating, I guess let's do a quick search on Apple Vision Pro, how to AirPlay. Pro setup, screen sharing, screen mirroring. It says share your Apple Vision Pro with a guest. So this video is, yeah, with a guest user, view mirroring, allow apps. They're showing the option being in the control center, and it looks like they also have a little screen sharing thing in there. So let me look in control center again, but I would feel like there's options of what you put in control center, and I didn't see that option on being able to turn that on and off. Yeah, we will see. So this is still going. I haven't seen anything pop up. I'm not sure how long it takes. All right. What else? Sorry, guys. Yeah, this is the behind the scenes, right? Yeah, so everything I see on side is that there's a mirroring button in the control center. That wasn't there. That wasn't there for me. So maybe the 1.0 version, it wasn't there, or maybe it's only there in guest mode. I don't know. But we're updating to 1.02 now, and we will take a look in that. Um, yeah, I'm excited to try everything else out. I just want to be the first impressions with everybody. So I didn't want to run through too much experiences on my own. Taking a long time to update. This would be a good time to answer some questions if people had any questions there. Key them up in chat. Let me know if there's something specific you guys wanted to see in this headset or not. So far, that regular band seemed pretty okay. Everyone was knocking it that this one, the dual band, feels better. I have, we'll try that later. But I think it comes down to how long you're going to be on it. Yeah, but I do feel like I needed to have it tighter on my head than I would have thought. Like you don't want it that loose, for me at least. It seemed to make a difference. I'm assuming that it's going to show me something. It says it's going to restart, but I don't see anything on it yet. And I'll say I keep picking this up and I keep pressing the buttons on the corners here. I feel like I'm trying to grab it by a side and hitting a button because I'm not wanting to grab it from the back. It doesn't feel comfortable yet grabbing it or knowing where to grab it because this is all magnetic, right? You don't want to grab these and it fall off. But yeah, of course it's getting very smudgy on the front already. Not that I think that's an issue yet, but again, it's from grabbing it. I have to make a habit. You see, I just grabbed it there from the side, and this magnetic piece came off. So I feel like I have to grab it from one of the corners, and that's where the buttons are. And I keep pressing those buttons. Yeah, I don't know how long this is going to take. All right, guys, you know what? Let's take a little break here. We'll let this run, and we'll come back in, let's say, 10 minutes and see where we're at. All right, guys. Okay, guys. How's it going? Okay, so I did find that option. Okay, so we're gonna flip around to what I'm viewing. There's a lot going on here. I'm gonna try not to look at the other screens. Um, but yeah, so without further ado, let's jump to the other view. We don't need all that other stuff. Okay, guys, so that's what I'm seeing right now. Okay. Um, can you hear me? Okay, just making sure mics are good. So, I'm gonna. Okay, so just so I'm not disorienting you guys too much, I am sitting at my desk. I think I'll probably end up moving because there's too many screens, too much light. And then I have a TV up there. That TV is actually, yeah, you can see the whole infinity thing. This is what I mean. It's going to mess with people. I'm AirPlaying to my Apple TV, which is being split out to that TV and my computer where I'm streaming stuff. I'm using Ecamm, which you could see on one monitor here. And I was trying to look up some stuff really quickly, monitoring our social channels. And yeah, so I guess let's dive into this and look at some stuff together. I am not going to look at the comments for a little while. I think I might just try to close the environment out while we check a few things out. If you see that little dot, let's see. That little dot with the little, I don't know, that down arrow. That's the control center icon. So you get that when you tilt your head up. I'm actually in a chair, so I'm leaning back a little bit, and it seems to be doing that. Anyway, let's try to dial things out so I don't confuse you guys too much. And we'll keep going. I'm dialing things out, and it doesn't seem like it's doing anything right now. So is that because I'm on the screen share? Maybe they don't let you? That don't make sense. Okay, that's a question mark. Let's go back to the settings. So this is the setting menu. I don't know why that's... Let me fix something here. Sorry, guys. That's very strange. I guess that restart put me on my T-Mobile and not my house. So I'm just switching that over. Okay, so yeah, so let's look at the settings together, right? I was running through this stuff trying to find those options earlier. So it very much looks like... Okay, so maybe I can't... Well, let's see. Okay, I want to close it out. I want to look at the bottom. I want to close that out. So, okay, yeah, now it's working. That's strange. Okay, so I am going to fade this out fully, which that's pretty cool. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. This wire hitting my ear here is a little annoying. Figure that out. Maybe there's a way to tie it back further. Okay, so we're in here. Let's take a look. Let's go back to the settings. What should we check out first? Again, I keep moving my head a little, thinking that... Because when you move your head, your eyes move a little, and you think that's what's doing it, but it's really your eyes. Let's go back in the settings. All right. So Bluetooth general, we'll look through the general, about, look, and again, you can see my hands, they're jittery. They're almost like there's a little outline going around my hands. I thought it was just black before, but it looks a little weirder than that. It's a little strange. Anyhow, I guess I could actually point at what I'm looking at too. So look at apps, people, look at environments. I'm keeping my hand up here just so you guys could see. It works fine in my lap, but so you have some indication. And you can see, like, I don't have to do much. Like, I could barely pick my finger apart and it registers. So notifications, the same stuff. Screen sharing notifications off. Why is that off? Oh, okay, I guess I'll leave that off. It makes sense. Sound, focus, screen time. I'm not going to go to FaceTime. Everyone don't need to know that stuff. My persona. Okay, this could be because I don't have it as tight as before again. See, I just tightened it and that got rid of everything, but it's tighter on my head than I would think. There's my persona. You guys could see. I think I was sitting down in the chair and I feel like you see that a little black behind my head. Maybe I'll redo the persona without sitting in the chair. Okay, hand and eyes, so you could reset everything in here. People awareness, environments, how immersive things are, eyesight, accessibility. Do a quick thing here. You see, sometimes I slide up and I let go to come back down, and sometimes it doesn't register that I let go. Or I'm doing it too fast, one or the other. Or it could be maybe I'm hitting the bottom. I don't know. I'm not realizing it. Control center, this is where I was looking before. I was looking for the screen sharing in here, and there's no option in here. That being said, if I look up and click that arrow, and you come in here, other people were showing it in here, but that's not it. It's this, it's that icon right here, the control center icon. If you click on that, that's where it was, right? So there it is. That's the mirror image display that you wanted. If you keep your eyes long enough on stuff, you'll get that text on what things are. You do have to hold your gaze on it for a second. Okay, Siri and search. Listen for all that stuff, the voices, names, searching options. Yeah, privacy settings, display. This was the other spot I was looking. Wasn't in here, but yeah, battery. I do want to see what the battery percentage is when we get out of here. That's not what I wanted to click on. Storage, I'm at 20 gigs after the update. iCloud Photos is still spinning. Maybe that's going to end up using more space. We'll see. It's using a gig now. It was not using a gig before, so it has to be offloading photos. Passwords, game center, TV, wallet. Okay, so now if I look at the bottom, I have the little X right there, and I have that other line depending on what I'm looking at. If I grab the other line, I could move it, right? Closer. I could put it further back, which I kind of like it further back. But I'm going to go ahead and close that. So on the left-hand side, apps, people, environments. Let's jump. Well, let's see what people is. Okay, that's some family people. Environments. Okay, these are the other environments. So I'm curious to see if they'll let us make environments. So it changed environments because we were in there. But yeah, let's go back. Oh, that's kind of neat. That's actually raining drops on the water. That's actually pretty neat. Oh, see, I didn't know, and I just dropped the battery off the table into my lap. I caught it, but it was a reaction. Let's spin around. Let's see what's behind us. Okay, just trees and stuff. That's pretty cool. I like that there's that subtle droplets of water, of rain coming down, and if you're really looking, you could see some of those drops coming down. That's pretty cool. There's one that says coming soon. Interesting. Actually, 2, 3. Interesting. Oh, well, let's leave that one for now. Let's go back to apps. Just out of curiosity, let's go to Apple Music. This is the first time I'm running any of these apps, so we will see how long they take. Browse. Everything's taking a bit. I wonder if it's like an iPhone since it's taking all those photos and everything, if it's using the Wi-Fi a lot right now as well. I listen now, is that let's click on my photo up there and see if it's even. So first experience, right? From setup, not as super smooth as we would like. Okay, let's close that. Let's move on. Apple TV. Yeah, things are just spinning over here, so. Let's look at the App Store. Makes me wonder if everything's working okay. Oh, see, my home office Wi-Fi dropped off. That is interesting. Low data mode. Okay, well, let's go back to the T-Mobile one. And let's see, if we get a web page at all. Okay, so now we're looking at a few the best Apple Vision Pro apps. Okay, I'll download some stuff that I own. Zoom's already here in launch. These are labeled the best apps for Apple Vision Pro, huh? Lowe's? These spatial apps. Juno for... Oh, so is this the YouTube app that the people were going to make for $4.99? Interesting. So I guess it did get approved in the App Store. Pico. Must play arcade games. I mean, I'll check some of these out later. Favorite design. Okay, so these are designed not for Vision Pro, but for the iPhone and iPad. Explore with the Cosmos. People are talking about that. Let's close that. Okay, so I guess there's no indication that there's more apps on another screen to the side. Oh, I guess it's on the bottom, the 2 dots. Interesting. When you're moving your hand, you're actually, that little bit that goes around your hand is actually the pass-through of what's through it. So I could, if I move fast, I could see stuff on my desk. Anyhow, go to the other window. There's the apps that we just installed. Files, tips. Cool. Let's try. Try Apple Music again. Okay, now it's working. I was curious to hear spatial a little bit. Oh, I don't know what to. So it defaults to loud. That is not loud at all. If you're telling me that's 100%, something has to be wrong there because I could barely hear the audio. Let's see, is it audio sounds? Tones. That's weird. Let's go to Apple TV. I don't even know what to play. I don't really purchase stuff on Apple TV that much. So even having something to really try out. So this says download and not play. Interesting. So you have to download stuff before you could play it? It doesn't stream? This is like my library stuff and not. The app doesn't seem right. I guess Disney's probably gonna make me log in. The login process wasn't too bad. Let's do a Percy Jackson. Well, I don't know. Will I get kicked off the air for it? Maybe this isn't a good thing to test right now. Okay. So we won't test that. So I'm starting to feel a little discomfort from how tight this is, which again, I probably wouldn't have done that tight. Yeah, maybe we changed the headset and we see how that is. Sorry, not the headset, but the band. Let's go ahead and do that. Oof, I can see. It looks like by taking the headset off, it did disconnect our what is that called? It disconnected our screen share. Sorry. Yeah, my head does feel like this a little red, but I was putting it tighter than I would normally want it. I wonder if that's the nature of this band. And now that I have it off, my head feels hotter than before. So I'm going to leave this really loose. Again, I'm doing this the first time. It's doing this press to align thing again. This headset actually feels worse. Makes me wonder if I have it on right. Sorry guys, just double checking. Man, that seems right. Let's okay, making it as big as it can be. So I'm going to do the top strap first. Do the back one. Press and hold to align. Let's get that screen share going again. Okay, I'm gonna scroll out of this a little bit. Just so I could see that you guys are seeing the right thing. Okay. And we'll go back into this. That was like a far slide. Didn't want to do that right now. I don't know why that. It's like you have to go all the way across. No. I think it's that pinch thing. So again, when you're pinching, you have a tendency of turning your hand, and I think at some point it can't see that you let go of your fingers. So that could be a thing. Let's zoom out of this. Let's take a look. How many hours have we been in this thing already? 2.5 hours. We're probably getting close to the battery soon. Let's go back in and look for that battery. Well, that's 2 hours since we started the video, right? Battery indicator. So 42%. So we probably came with a decent battery level. But yeah, guys, I'm going to call it here. I want to still figure out some of the sound issues, and hit me up with any questions you have down below. And let me know your thoughts. Did you pick one up? What are you thinking so far? I still think that those water drops in the distance are pretty cool. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, you want me to check something out for you, I'm here. Let me know. I will be playing with this, as much as I can for the next couple of days. And I'll try to pump out more specific videos. Again, this was a quick, but I just wanted to hang out and unbox this and show you guys a real first impression of someone who's never used any of them before. Unfortunately, things got pushed back. We were supposed to get the headset at like 3 o'clock. Then we were told 7, and then they said tomorrow, and then they ended up coming. So yeah, it was a jumble thing. Anyway, guys, until next time, catch you later.